أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Declaration of Faith. آمنت بالله كما هو بأسمائه وصفاته وقبلت جميع أحكامه إقرار باللسان إقرار باللسان وتصديق بالقلب. تمثيل يريد.
آمنت بالله كما هو بأسمائه وصفاته
Uh-huh.
وقبل
ألف مدة only 1 second long. وصفاته.
وصفاته وقبلت جميع أحكامه إقرار باللسان إقرار باللسان وتصديق بالقلب.
You have to be careful. جميع أحكامه. جميع أحكامه. Ain from the middle throat, Hamza from the surface when it has a sign. جميع أحكامه. آمنت بالله كما هو بأسمائه وصفاته وقبلت جميع أحكامه إقرار باللسان وتصديق بالقلب. One,
آمنت
yeah.
آمنت بالله كما هو بأسمائه وصفاته وقبلت جميع أحكامه إقرار باللسان وتصديق بالقلب.
You have to read the Sod as a heavy letter. You have to read the Ha properly. You have to apply Qalqala on Qaf. آمنت بالله كما هو بأسمائه وصفاته وقبلت جميع أحكامه إقرار باللسان إقرار باللسان وتصديق بالقلب. You can break this into 3 parts. No worries.
آمنت بالله كما هو بأسمائه وصفاته وقبلت وقبلت جميع أحكامه إقرار
إق
باللسان
إقرار
إقرار باللسان إقرار باللسان وتصديق بالقلب.
وتص تص 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 Ta is light, Sod is heavy. Thus, not toss, it's thus. وتصديق بالقلب.
وتصديق بالقلب.
أحمد يريد.
آمنت بالله كما هو بأسمائه وصفاته جميع أحكامه إقرار باللسان وتصديق بالقلب.
Okay, حبا يريد.
آمنت آمنت بالله كما هو بأسمائه وصفاته وقبلت جميع أحكامه إقرار باللسان وتصديق بالقلب.
علي يريد.
Okay. آمنت بالله كما هو بأسمائه وصفاته وقبلت
وصفاتي
جميع
وصفاتي.
أحكامه.
Slowly, man. Slow down. وصفاته. Sod should be heavy. Again.
آمنت بالله كما هو بأسمائه وصفاته جميع
No.
أحكامه
When you stop here, you have to continue from the same word. وَقَبِلْتُ.
وقبلت وقبلت جميع أحكامه إقرار باللسان sorry.
إقرار. إق.
إق
Hmm. Start from here again.
إقرار باللسان وتصديق قبل
بالقلب.
بالقلب.
In the background, whoever is talking, please be silent. Don't confuse Ali. Read from this part again, Ali.
إقرار باللسان وتصديق للقلب بالقلب
بالقلب.
بالقلب.
Yeah. I believe in Allah as He is with all His names and attributes, and I accept all His commands. I accept verbally and deeply believe in this truth from the core of my heart. One thing is saying something from the tongue, another thing is really believing in what you are saying. These are totally two different things. A person can say anything, but he can not mean it. For him to mean it, his actions uh, give the impression about his intentions. As they say, actions speak louder than words. So it is not important what you, it is also important what you say from your tongue, but it is more important what you feel in your heart, what you believe in your heart, in your mind. That's the real deal. So Islam is not only the appearance and the outer actions, Islam is also the inner condition of your soul. It is also about the inner condition of your soul. So our thoughts, our uh, listening, our speaking, our speech, our thoughts, our actions, all should be pure. We can only keep them pure if our heart is clean, if our mind is clean. And we can keep our mind clean, we can keep our heart clean if we ponder on the characteristics or the attributes of Allah. And if we understand the message of Islam, if we understand the Quran and the five time prayers, and if we focus whenever we are reciting the Quran, we recite it with focus. Whenever we are offering five time prayers, we offer them with focus. And keeping the meanings in our mind and pronouncing the words properly with tajweed, and then focusing on the task which we are on, then inshallah, step by step, we will comprehend the message and that message will settle down in our permanent memory. And then we will be able to clean our heart according to the teachings of the Quran and Sunnah. Are you getting my point? So
Yes.
verbally saying I am a Muslim, that is not enough. Acting as a Muslim, believing as a Muslim, that is also necessary. That is why there are many people who do offer prayers, but they don't offer established prayer. They just read the prayer, but they don't establish the prayer. They don't know the rules of and etiquettes of how to perform the prayer properly. They don't know the tajweed. They don't know the meanings of what they are saying, and that is why, despite of their prayers, they do bad deeds because their prayers are uh, do not affect their character, and the reason behind it is that they are not fulfilling all the requirements in order to establish salah properly. So the problem is not with the prayer itself. When other secular people say see this, that this person is namazi, this person offer prayers, but still he tells a lie, his dealings are not good, he is not honest, then they keep accusing that they keep saying that prayers are not important. The important thing is character, truthfulness, honesty. That's the deal. Honesty, truthfulness, character are important. Yes, there is no doubt. But the problem is not with the prayer. The problem is with the one who is reading the prayer. He is not offering it. He is not establishing salah. He is just reading it verbally. He is not intentionally understanding the purpose of prayer. He is not trying to learn the prayer properly. He is just interested in learning worldly skills to earn wealth, to gather, accumulate wealth. But he is not interested to learn the deen of Allah, about which he will be questioned at the day of judgment. You were given intelligence, you were given resources, you were given the time, you were given chances, you were given good Islamic teachers, you were given books, you were given videos, you were given the internet, you were given the resources, but still you learned all the other things, but you didn't learn the most important thing in your life. You didn't learn your religion. So all of us will be questioned about it. That is why learning it properly and then instilling these beliefs in our heart, that is also necessary. So uh, verbally saying anything, it is not enough. We have to believe it deep down in our heart also. When Allah, being the only one who is worthy of worship, and the acceptance of this reality that Allah is our creator and we have to follow his commands, and when Allah's attributes like Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim, Al-Ghafur, Al-Qahhar, Al-Kabir, Al-Zahir, Al-Batin, Al-Musawwir, the 99 attributes of Allah, when all of these attributes are understood properly and we believe them and accept them, then what happens? No matter how cruel the tyrant becomes, no matter how cruel the world becomes, we will not be subdued by anyone. We will only bow down our heads in front of Allah. We will not bow down in front of anybody else. If someone says, take this bribe, do me this favor, we will not take bribes because we believe Allah is the Ar-Raziq. Allah gives us things. Allah is enough for our sustenance. When this belief will be deep rooted in our heart, then we will not take bribes. We will not accept any kind of bribes. If someone wants to pressurize us, but if the concept of Allah being the greatest is instilled in our heart, that Allah is Al Kabir, then we will not be pressurized by our superior, by our boss, or by anyone. Nobody can bully us. So that's the power of belief, the correct kind of belief, which is instilled in our heart. Because there is a hadith, and I'm just paraphrasing the meaning, that there is a part of your body, if it is pure, then your body is pure. But if it is corrupted, then the whole of your body is corrupted. Beware, that is your heart. That is your spiritual heart, actually. So, whatever is in our heart, whatever is in our mind, our body will act according to that programming. How does programming of the mind work? When you repeat anything with understanding again and again and again, it that thing instills in your heart. This is what uh, propaganda is all about. The media, when wants to instill any idea in the hearts and minds of people, it propagates a concept again and again and again and again in different forms until that idea instills deeply in the hearts and minds of the people, and the public opinion is then manipulated. This is what propaganda is all about. Adolf Hitler said to his propaganda minister, tell lies uh, with so much confidence that the masses start believing them to be truth. This is what propaganda is all about. This is what the world governments are doing nowadays, whether in the West or the East, whether in the developed world or the not so developed world or the developing world. And the industrialists, the business people, they understand this thing. And that is why they spend millions and billions of dollars on advertising so that they can sell their products. Whether people really need those products to live a good decent life or not, but because those things are advertised 24 hours through different mediums, through television, through internet, through social media, through newspapers, billboards, many kind of different mediums are used to promote those products. People buy those things whether they really need them or not. This is the power of repetition. Now that repetition can be evil, that can repetition can also be blessing. If we repeat good things like the Quran, like the prayers, like remembrance of Allah with understanding, it will purify our heart. If propaganda is repeated again and again and we keep on listening to it, then our minds will be corrupted and we will be manipulated. We will become puppets who are controlled by the media, by the government, etc., etc. So, this is a very deep concept. If you understand it the way I am trying to present, then inshallah, it will help you out in many things. And you will understand many of the things which are going around in the world. All right, so Iman Mufassal, Iman Mujmal. We learned both of these. Yesterday we learned articles of faith. Today we learned declaration of faith. Now your job is to memorize both of these. Okay? I will not listen to it, by the way. I will be listening the prayer, 5 time prayers only. And the first 2 kalimas are enough. If you want to memorize all the 6 kalimas, good, well and good. But I will focus on the first 2 kalimas in terms of memorizing. We will read all the things in this book, but it is your choice whether you want to memorize everything or not. But the main focus will be on the prayers. So this one is the first kalima. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Tamsila, you read.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
Good job. Ahmad, you read.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
Muhammadur Rasulullah. Come closer to the mic, please.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
La ilaha illallah. Hu. Ha. Dhamma hu. Not ho, but hu. La ilaha illallah. Muhammadur Rasulullah.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
Okay. Hiba, you read.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
Okay. Ali, you read.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
Yeah. There is none worthy of worship except Allah. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam is the messenger of Allah. This is a very powerful concept, and the whole universe depends upon this statement, this belief. So, La ilaha illallah, it means that no one is able to be worshipped but Allah. When you declare this, it means that you are rejecting all the fake and false forces which want to control your will, which want to pressurize you, which want to subdue you, which want to promote their agenda and their ideology in your minds. You are rejecting all the fake gods, whether they are human gods, whether they are statues, whether they are other creations of Allah. You are rejecting everything. No one is to be worshipped, only Allah is to be worshipped. Only Allah is to be listened to. Only Allah's commands are to be followed upon. If anybody orders you to do anything which goes against the will and commandments of Allah, then you are not going to follow that person, no matter who he is, no matter what social status he has, no matter how much authority that person has. You will only listen to Allah, you will only follow His commands. That is the concept which we need to understand. And if Muslims today uh, come to this understanding, then inshallah, nobody can defeat the Muslims. So only the words are not important, the message behind it is also necessary to be understood and practiced upon. Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam means that Allah is the messenger of Allah, which means that when Allah is the creator and Muhammad is his messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, so he has taught us how to live our life. So we don't need any other role model in our life. Okay, we don't have to look up to Messi or Ronaldo or Shah Rukh Khan or Arnold or any other person in the world. We don't need anyone. We already have our role model. That is Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Whenever the name of the Prophet is taken, whenever the name of the Prophet is said, you have to say sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and it is better to say it loudly so that those who are sitting around you, if they forget, then they remember it and they also say with you, say sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Yeah, There is a hadith, and I am just paraphrasing the meaning. Once Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was climbing the steps in order to deliver a sermon. On the first step, he said Ameen. On the second step, he said Ameen. On the third step, he said Ameen. The companions of the Prophet, they asked, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we haven't seen you before doing this. Why did you say Ameen this time? He said that angel Jibril came to me and he was making dua to Allah. He was praying to Allah that, oh Allah, that person should be doomed. That person should be destroyed who has old parents, who has witnessed his parents to get old, but he couldn't earn Jannah by taking care of them and respecting them. A person whose parents, both of them or one of them, have gotten old, and that person could not take care of his parents and couldn't earn Jannah, that person is doomed. Second, he made this dua that a person who was blessed with the month of Ramadan, he was alive in the month of Ramadan, but he couldn't ask for forgiveness from Allah. His actions were not good enough to be forgiven by Allah in the month of Ramadan. He is also doomed. And the third dua or the third curse which Angel Jibril made was that if in front of anybody the name of Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad, is said, and if he does not say sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if he does not send the durood, he is also doomed, he is also destroyed. So be careful whenever the name of Prophet Muhammad is said in front of you. You have to say sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is his right because our Prophet sacrificed his life, sacrificed his companions, his family for us so that Islam could reach us. We are Muslims today because of the sacrifices of our Prophet. So it is the least which we can do is that say salutations and say salam to him and ask Allah to send his blessings on his soul, send his mercy and blessings on his soul. This is the least which we can do as his ummati. All right, second kalima. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Okay, Tamsila, you read.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله.
Good job. Okay, Ahmad, you read.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله.
Hiba, you read.
أشهد أن لا إله
Mhm.
إلا الله
Small mud is there. Be careful, young lady.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده
Now,
ورسوله
no, no, no. This is Ain. Come on. What are you doing? Again.
وأشهد أن
Wa ashhadu.
محمدا
Wa ashhadu. Read properly.
وأشهد أن
Na
محمدا
bache, no.
عبده
Mhm. Don't read from your memory. Come on, read from the screen. Wa ashhadu anna. Apply gunna properly.
وأش
Muhammadan. Abduhu. Read the ain deeply. Wa rasuluh.
وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله.
Okay, Ali, you read.
Okay. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله.
All right. All of you, repeat after me. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له
أش-
وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله.
Tomorrow I will listen both the first and the second kalima from you
Okay.
guys. You have to memorize both of these with correct tajweed.
Okay.
Yeah, with correct tajweed. I have sent the audio recording as well on WhatsApp. You can listen to it, repeat again and again and again until it instills in your mind.
Okay.
And yeah, here is the book. This is the namaz book. I'm sending it to you. You can read it from this book. All right. I bear witness that there is none worthy of worship except Allah, the one alone without a partner, and I bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his servant and messenger. So, are you listening to me? I cannot hear your sound.
Yes, can you hear?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, now I can hear. All right. So, when human when this world was not created, before the time when this world was created, Allah created our souls in alame arwah, the spiritual realm, or the world of the spirits, the world of the souls. In that world our souls were created in the beginning. Our bodies were not yet created. Our souls were created. As you already know, all the living things have two things in them. First, the soul, second, the body. You can call soul a kind of energy. Okay? You can call it a kind of energy. So, all the souls of every prophet, every human, whether the human was a Muslim or a non Muslim, all the souls, they promise to Allah that we will only worship you We will all only follow your commands, and we will only follow your religion, follow your deen. That is the promise which every soul made to Allah. Now, in this world, when those souls were put inside the bodies, because of the parents, because of cultural pressure, because of the environment, because of the education, uh, many of the souls forgot this promise and their minds, their hearts were polluted. However, there is a kind of sixth sense, you can call it a sixth sense or instincts, which Allah has given to every human, that we cannot come into peace. We cannot become really peaceful until we don't worship Allah. So there is a Quranic verse, and I'm just paraphrasing the meaning. In remembrance of Allah, do minds find peace. So if we remember Allah, only then we can have peace. Otherwise, we will have unrest. And every human has this thing, whether he is a Muslim or a non Muslim. We can only we can only attain inner happiness and inner peace by first of all becoming true Muslims, and secondly by remembering Allah. That's the only way. The more a person acts upon Islam, the more inner peace he will get. Okay, so you can say that zikr or remembrance of Allah is kind of a food for our soul. Like we eat different kinds of foods to nourish our bodies, our soul also demands nourishment. And dhikr of Allah, good deeds, prayers, Quran, all of these good things are the nourishment moment for our souls. Okay, are you all of you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, the essence of human is soul. Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing. The essence of human is soul. When we move our arm, when we move our limbs, for example, if we move our hand or we are talking, in reality, it is not our body which is moving. It is our soul which is inside our body and it is moving our body. So our soul is controlling our body. Uh, I will just give you an example. For example, we are wearing clothes. Tamsila, you tell me, when you are wearing a shirt and you are moving your arm, is your body moving the arm of your shirt, or is the shirt, the arm of the shirt is moving itself?
My body is.
Your body, your body's arm is moving, and that is why the shirt's arm is also moving, because it is on your body. Is it correct?
Yes.
The same way, the same analogy can be understood. It is our soul which is moving our arm. It is our soul which is moving our arm. Our arm is not moving by itself. Because when a person dies, what happens? The body's,
Soul get out.
the soul comes out. The body still remains there. It is not that the body decomposes in 2 seconds. It takes some time to decompose. It takes sometimes to that the organs of the body are decomposed, and then they are converted into other elements, and the bones are also deteriorate with the passage of time. It takes some time. It does not happen that a person dies and only in 1 second his whole body evaporates in thin air. It does not happen like that. So the body still remains there, but the soul is not there. And because soul is not there, the body is not moving anymore. Are you getting my point, all of you?
Yes.
So we can conclude safely that it is the soul because of which our body is alive. If our soul is plucked out or taken out of our body, then our body becomes lifeless. So in reality, it is the essence of a human is soul. When the essence of a human is soul, then our mind, our conscience, our thoughts, they are also the source of all these things, the feelings which we have and the thoughts which we have. All of the source of it is our soul. Okay. Now, the whole of the programming, which I was talking about earlier, the things which we learn, they are instilled in the mind of our soul, in the memory of our soul. So, if our beliefs are correct, if our thoughts are correct, whatever we say, the sounds, the voices, the words, the thoughts, the environment which we are living in, if it is good, if it is nice, if it is pure, then our soul will become purer. So, in the month of Ramadan, especially, and in other months also, when you go in the masjid, you feel a kind of peace. Is it correct, Ahmad? Yeah,
Yes.
you find a kind of serenity, a kind of peace there. Why? Because the environment of the masjid is purer as compared to the environment of a market. Market is full of chaos, noise pollution, and other fitnas. But masjid is a peaceful, silent, quiet place, a place of worship, a place of remembrance, where angels come. So, healthy environment, healthy thoughts, healthy living, healthy actions make your body as well as your soul healthy. Positive thinking makes your soul healthy. Negative thinking uh, negatively affects your soul as well as your body. All right. So,
Yes.
when we say, I bear witness that there is none worthy of worship except Allah, this is the reality which we are acknowledging, which we already know, because we already witnessed this reality in Alame Arwa, in the realm of souls. When we promise all of this thing to Allah, that we will only worship you, we will only follow your religion. So, the second kalama is the acknowledgement of that fact and the realization of that fact, that promise which we made before we were born to Allah. And in this world, we are being tested whether we fulfill, whether we keep that promise or not. And at the day of judgment, when we die, the day we die, the results will be in front of us. How well we did in this test. Without seeing Allah, did we follow His commands or not? Without seeing paradise with our own eyes, did we try to achieve it or not? Did we try to ponder and think with our own minds the reality of this universe? How can a complicated universe, how can such a huge universe be managed without an intelligent designer? Tamsila, do you know the theory of evolution?
A little bit.
A little bit. And do you know the theory of intelligent design?
Yes.
What is intelligent design? Tell me.
The architecturing,
The architecturing of what?
anything.
Okay. There are two main ideologies going around in this world. One set of beliefs is that there is no God, Allah forbid, and all of the things happen by chance. The Big Bang theory also happened by chance. The Big Bang also happened by chance. All of the things have been created automatically by chance, etc., etc., etc. And the second set of beliefs which the scientists have is that this world is so complicated, it is so beautiful, it is so from the smallest DNA or the smallest atom or on very subatomic level, the things are so complicated, and on universe level, on planetarial level, the things are so complicated that it is impossible without an intelligent designer. The whole universe came into being and all the things are being organized and managed. It is impossible. This is a theory presented by scientists too. So when we observe the world around us, we came to the conclusion that there is a creator. When we realize that there is a creator, then we have a purpose. When you invent anything, when you create anything, there is a purpose. You do not create anything without its purpose. When sun has a purpose, moon has a purpose. Oh my God. Yeah, so I was saying when sun has a purpose, moon has a purpose, stars have purpose, everything has purpose, so humans also have purpose. When a person realizes that he has a purpose, then he tries to find out what is his purpose in life. And then he comes upon the message of Islam. My purpose as a Muslim is to live my life according to the will of Allah so that I am successful in the test which I am being tested, because my soul made a promise before my body was created. So this is the acknowledgement of that promise which we made. And the only way we can uh, follow the commandments of Allah is the methodology of Prophet Muhammad. There is no other way. How a Muslim should behave, the character, the perfect 100% perfect character, has only been presented by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and after him his companions. So they are our role models. Only we can follow them, the Prophet and his companions also. So there is no other way of following the commands of Allah. There is no other way of earning paradise. There is no other way of being successful in this test which we are being tested in. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.